Hello, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 1st to the 9th. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right into it, Libra. I know you're excited. This is actually, speaking of excited, this is definitely going to be a week of change, excitement. It's full of energy, and you're going to feel it in the air. It's also an interesting week because it is almost like there's this ending, but also a new beginning happening at the same time. And the reason I say that is because, remember, we have that lunar eclipse in Virgo next week. Remember, I said in your monthly forecast, a lot of you are going to be feeling it this week. That's in your 12th house. So, you may be unrooting things from your subconscious, right? Anything that you're telling yourself that's low energy frequency, like, oh, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough for this. Like we're getting rid of that, right? Because that's that Virgo energy, that perfectionism energy. And we just want so you may be working on that. But at the same time, remember on February 27th, we had that new moon in Pisces, a big one. It was you have the sun and moon in Pisces, new moon, 9 degrees, Neptune, Saturn, Mercury, North Node, all conjuncting. So it's almost like the Justice League of planets here, boosting you and paving this new path forward for you. So that's happening this week. So we're under the window of that as well. And there is going to be a lot of healing and emotional growth and spiritual growth because we still have that Chiron square. Chiron, the wounded healer, right? Squaring Mars all month. But I'm bringing him up. I'm bringing this aspect up particularly this week because there's something else happening that's going to just blow your mind. I'll tell you at the end. But Chiron is in Aries. So why don't we start with that? The fact that on March 1st, you have Venus going retrograde in Aries. All right. Now, starting this week, right from the get-go, March 1st, all the things that bring you pleasure, all the things that bring you joy, everything that your heart desires, you are going to start reviewing them. Okay. You're going to ask yourself, does this make me feel good? Does this make my heart sing? This does include relationships, partnerships, one-on-one connections. Does this bring me value, right? What turns me on? I mean, this is Venus. Like, what do I enjoy? How do I feel loved, right? A lot of this is going to be coming up because Aries is your opposite sign. So partnerships and relationships truly for you. Okay, maybe even some legal matters. And it can be work, it can be love, it can be one-on-one connections, best friend, whatever it is. But remember, I said Chiron is really active squaring Mars, and that's kind of a big deal because Chiron is also in Aries. So when it comes to relationships, partnerships, things that you that's going to be a thing. That's going to be a thing. Healing old wounds. Now, all this energy in Aries, by the way, March 1st and 2nd, the moon will be in Aries. So that's triply so for you with all this energy around partnerships and relationships. So, but anyway, Venus retrograde in Aries, it gives you this boost, as in you want people to see that you are self-sufficient. There is Venus retrograde in Aries. It's very like strong, independent woman energy. It is definitely going to be a time to reassess, including relationships, anything that has to do with relationships, partnerships. But again, for y'all, can be career, and you will be happy to do this. This is going to be helpful. All right. And you deserve the best. So know that this reassessing is just putting you forward. Remember, Aries is the I am. Okay. Now, remember, this is definitely not the week when Venus is in her weakest state to start a relationship. Also, Venus retrograde in Aries can bring up those lower expressions of like jealousy or codependency. It could be all on the table. Aries is competitive energy, but remember, people from your past can also come around this time through DMs, in person. And this is even you just thinking about people from the past, former lovers, with the Chiron square, for a lot of y'all, that's going to be career. And there's going to be a lot of emphasis on career because that Chiron square, right, with Mars and Cancer in your 10th house of career, but also we are in Pisces season, coming after that new moon in Pisces that rules your 6th house of work. So could be a lot of work energy here, as in, business partners, but it's not all about relationships. It's untangling and, rectifying things that Venus rules. Venus is your ruling planet, Libra. And so this is beauty. This is creativity. This is money. So a lot of reassessing. And when she's retrograde, you don't want to, right? You don't want to buy expensive things. You don't want, I got to put on my glasses. Yeah, I barely read. All right. So, the other thing is like cosmetic surgery. Let's, maybe wait a little bit. Okay. It's only, Venus is only retrograde for 6 weeks, right? And especially cosmetic surgery. I mean, Aries rules the phase. And remember, Venus is in her weak phase. Okay. So just keep that in mind. I did a Venus retrograde video, things not to do while Venus is retrograde. I'll leave it at the end of this video, even in the description box. It's a big thing, especially for you, Libra. Now, and actually, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for rising your moon or your husband, your neighbor, whoever it is, your kid, Taurus and Libra, you're going to feel this the most, as well as Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, right? The fire signs. Definitely going to feel Venus retrograde in Aries more than the other sign. Now, and I did tell you the moon is going to be in Aries, conjuncting Chiron right off the bat. Sunday, March 2nd, the sun squares Jupiter. I think I said in your monthly forecast, no oppositions this month, no squares. This is the only square. It's a good one. It's fine. So it's really nice. And that's not including the lunations, right? The lunations every day. There's some, and, so we're taking the eclipse out. Anyway, the sun square Jupiter, really wonderful for you. Okay. This is an aspect that puts you in the mood to have fun, to be fun, to find joy and wisdom and just be optimistic. Okay. It is like Frank Sinatra, Ariana Grande, James McAvoy, Chris Rock. They all have this in their chart. What do? They bring that fun. They try to make people smile, make them feel good. So this is you harnessing that energy. Okay. It is the sun. It's the sun. It's the sun and Jupiter. The sun is Latin, right? For solar, solus, soul. All right. Nourishing the soul. And then Jupiter will always squeeze something good out of any aspect. All right. So you could even have some luck around this time, but Jupiter being in your 9th house, this is spirituality. This is great. I mean, we have the sun in Pisces, the North Node in Pisces, spiritual, very spiritual. So this could be really spiritually moving for you this time. All right. So use this aspect. It's really nice. The lower expression of this aspect would be overdoing things, right? Jupiter doesn't have an off button. Overindulging, overanalyzing, overspending. Like, again, don't buy expensive things, especially this day, especially while Venus is retrograde. You really could be, returning that boat that you bought in April. All right. Now, Mercury will conjunct Neptune on the same day. Remember, this is happening in Pisces. So the North Node is here. Saturn is here. And I talked about this a lot in your your monthly forecast last week. So just remember, it's just creativity, it's imagination, it's spirituality, intuition, compassion that you're really fusing into your everyday activities. All right. Your routines. Conjunctions are powerful. All right. And it is in your 6th house. Also, 6th house is work. Like I said, so there could be something here with colleagues as well involved, or, employees. It's also health matters, but this is a great aspect It's actually handmade. It's custom made for poets and writers and artists and dancers, creative types. It's fantasy, fairy tale, world building. So if you're a writer, this is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Just think of it as a new cycle, and remember to have a foot on the ground, because this can be a little too dreamy, too nebulous, like head in the clouds, right? Lights on, nobody home. So have a foot on the ground, all right? I think you will. Because look, on March 3rd, Monday, Mercury does move into Aries. Now, this is a very, very different vibe from Mercury in Pisces, which is very dreamy. Mercury in Aries is wake up, snap, snap, let's get this done. Chop, chop. That's Mercury in Aries. Very energetic. It's very speaking, thinking, communicating very boldly, right? Fortune favors the bold. Confidence, speaking with conviction, being very direct, all right? It's also Aries. It's the I am. This is independent thinking. This is you thinking for yourself. No like hive mind here, yeah? So this is really nice. This is going to help you talk the talk, especially with partnerships and relationships. It's in Aries. And one-on-one commitments. And again, maybe some legal matters here too. But remember, Venus is retrograde in Aries at the same time. So you're reassessing a lot of things here as well. So I really, really like this. Just remember, Mercury will go retrograde next week. Anything that you need to sign, make agreements on, I do it as early as you can. Okay? Mercury is in shadow, which is fine, but just, do it as early as possible. And remember, Mercury in Aries can be overly aggressive, overly assertive. So just keep that in mind. And cross watchers, Gemini, Virgo, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, they're going to feel this the most. Okay? Mercury in Aries. Now, March 5th, Mercury will sextile Pluto. And I love this. I really absolutely love this for you. It is very observant. It's very psychological. It's very forensic. You're really getting to the bottom of things. To be honest, you're going to be going deep here. And remember, Venus and the Sun will sextile Pluto in the next few weeks. So really, Pluto's bringing that power and sense of empowerment. I think we are going to have Mercury sextile Pluto again many times. So I love this for you. With Mercury in Aries, remember that can have a little bit of a bite, and this can be like a little bit of an overactive mind. Remember, Pluto has that depth. You're going to go deep to reveal secrets. Even if there's some parts of you, especially with, the South Node in Virgo, again, it could even be on a subconscious level where you're just going deep and rooting things like, why am I saying this to myself? Like, why am I getting in my own way? And I'm only saying that because you do have the South Node in Virgo in your 12th house, which does rule like those areas like self-sabotage and things like that. So you may be really, truly on this day and rooting things. And remember, Venus, your ruling planet in Aries, your opposite sign, yes, you're definitely going to have a lot of reassessing, a lot of reevaluating, but also just like going really deep in terms of relationships, partnerships, how you view them, even the ones that you're in. What's going on? Is this something like, is there any adjustment that needs to be made here? It's very sleuthing. It's sleuthing. Anyway, it's part of your transformation. Stephen King, by the way, has, Mercury sextile Pluto. So again, because Mercury is communication and writing, this is great. It works in your benefit. Use this aspect wisely. Yeah. All right. Now, Friday, March 7th. Oh, you're going to love this. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So the sun is going to trine Mars. This is amazing. If you're here for career and work, if you're not, you're still going to be impacted. This is the day, Friday, that they actually perfect at 17 degrees, meaning because Mars is moving so slow, you're going to feel it from the beginning of the week. You're going to feel it all next week. And this is really wonderful. Okay. Mars, no longer retrograde, right? You don't have to worry about that. No Mars retrograde until 2027. Okay. That's going to be nice to have that break. He's a little groggy. Remember that. He's just waking up. So he's going to be at the 17 degree point for a little bit. So that's great for the Sun trine Mars. We get it lasting a little bit longer. And there is this wonderful charge about this aspect. Okay. It is courage. It's empathy. It's self-belief. It's sunshine. It's wonderful. It's almost like an affirmation in itself. And the fact that you've got the Sun in Pisces, water sign, Mars in Cancer, water sign, two water signs that happen to be among the most intuitive signs and being emotionally moved. Mercury in Aries, you're already feeling that confidence, talking the talk. This aspect is helping you walk the walk. So I really, really like this. There is an element of taking action with the Sun trine Mars. Even, it's Mars in Cancer. There's a sense of like loved ones, defending loved ones, sticking up for people that random acts of kindness or just acts of kindness. There's resilience here. You are in a karmic journey. This is wonderful. And you're going to feel a lot of that energy. All right. And by the way, like I said, if you're here for career, you've got the Sun in Pisces in your 6th house of work and then Mars in Cancer in your 10th house of career. There may be a lot of movement here. You do have, to be honest, this is going to be one of your best career years, hands down. So you're getting in the groove. And remember, there is physicality here as well, right? Mars with that stamina, that drive. And then you've got the Sun, this life force. So use it. All right. Go dog sledding. Do whatever, just be active. You're going to feel good. Get some of that sun. All right. Now, here's the thing so you, like I said, Chiron, squaring Mars all week. Okay. That's happening. A lot of healing, right? And sure, Mercury and Venus in Aries, a lot of focus on your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Now, what are the chances that Juno, all right, Roman goddess, Hera in Greek, Zeus's wife, she's a protector, the epitome of feminine beauty, and one of the 4 major asteroids. What are the chances that as I do this video for you, it's this week, what are the chances that she moving into Sagittarius, right, which is your 3rd house of communication, during a time Venus is retrograde? So Juno represents, because here, I forgot to say the main thing here, Juno is linked to you, Libra, linked to the 7th house, high association there. So Juno represents marriage and partnerships and union. She is Venus retrograde in itself, so it's amplifying this Venus retrograde for you. With Juno in the mix here, having all these big aspects. And of course, we will talk about it more in the second spread. This is big. This is big, especially for you. Like I said, Juno is associated with, the 7th house with you. And she is in Sagittarius. So there is definitely going to be a lot of communication. What she does is she needs to balance the power dynamics in a relationship. Okay? And you're going to feel that. So, big week. And then honestly, there are so many lunations that are happening this week. So many big things happening with the moon phases and with the asteroids that's hitting all of partnerships, career, family, all of this for you. And we'll talk about the second spread, but there's a lot happening here. A lot happening for you. Let's get started, Libra. Let's see what's going on for you. All right. Again, really big week for you. Really big week. Let's see what's going on for you, Libra. Libra Nation for March 1st to the 9th. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. Wow, Libra. I can't even. What a week. What a week. Kicking off March. Big. And you've got some really big things happening for you. Don't forget, you also have that solar eclipse in Aries, something new happening at the end of the month with partnerships and relationships. So you see how all this activity with Venus retrograde, with Juno in the mix, all of that, even Mercury going retrograde, it's helping you. Okay. I do a traditional cultic cross spread, offers the best overview, and if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Let's get started, Libra. You know I love y'all. And there you go. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So literally everything that I just said right here, it's sometimes I'm just like, what? When it lines up so perfectly with the astrology bit. That's what this is for. All right. We get a little deeper here. Now, the magician. I mean, there you go. You've had this new beginning, all right, with a new moon, kicking everything off in your house of everyday activities, your routines and work and health, pets. But you got the magician. Really wonderful. Because this is you knowing you can attract anything you want. You have the power to manifest anything you want. You're feeling it in your bones. This is as above, so below. You see his hand to the sky, hand to the ground. Now, I want you to pay close attention to the hand on the ground, because up there, you know what your dreams are, your wishes, your future, your goals, your finish line, your legacy, all of that. You know that. Bring it into your reality now. You have all the tools of tarot at your disposal. You're good. You're absolutely good. So there's definitely something new happening for you. And just looking at what's like, a lot of y'all new stuff have been happening anyway, but really spend that time taking that action. Okay. Getting things off the ground, right? The magician, the first card, right? In the major arcana, that you're a new journey for you here through the full journey. And the magician is associated with the planet Mercury, right? So a lot of this can have to do with partnerships and relationships, with the fact that Mercury is in Aries. Now you have the Lovers and the heart of your spread. So what did I say about partnerships and relationships? It's going to be a big theme for you this week. Well, here's your affirmation. This is amazing. I can't even listen. Okay, so the Lovers, you've got an archangel in the heart of your spread, who, by the way, is Archangel Raphael, like the healer. And remember, Chiron is really active, healing old wounds. All this energy in Pisces, healing. Even the lunar eclipse that you may be feeling, that's happening next week, healing. It's in Virgo. This is amazing. Big emphasis, partnerships, relationships, but more about, remember I said it's the I am. It's all about you. It's all about you. You've got the archangel here blessing you with all this love, and it's your decision. It's your choice what to do with it. That's Venus retrograde. That's knowing what you want. And let's call them Adam and Eve. You see Adam, Eve, okay? The archangel, he's looking at Eve. She's looking up at the archangel. That is conscious, subconscious, super conscious. That's big. That's you. That's Trinity. That's you. Everything connecting. Know what you want. With partnerships and relationships, you've got blessings here. You've got the power to choose. And actually, the Lovers is attributed to Gemini. It's a Gemini card. And with Jupiter in Gemini right now, Gemini is a twin. So a lot of people, I mean, I think I mentioned this a couple of times in your readings, but I definitely did in, when Jupiter moved into Gemini and several other points, but Gemini is a twin. So you may see things come in pairs, like more than one option. Okay. You do have that Three of Pentacles here. Listen, there may be something that you were trying to start that may haven't worked out yet, The keyword is yet, because it is a weekly reading. That's it, right? So this week, maybe there's something that you're trying to, get going, give it some legs, and maybe people were not seeing eye to eye. This requires total teamwork here, right? And there is an element of bonding as well. So just keep that in mind. There may have been a reason why it wasn't ready to go yet, okay? Especially with the fact that Venus is retrograde, Mercury's in shadow. So just keep that in mind this week, all right? The other thing is, actually, when you look at what's happening here, and we're going to get to the Tower in a second, there also may be something here with, it's Pentacles, right? So there is something here where with the retrogrades, with the fact you have the Three of Pentacles, anything that's new project, new job, something with family, getting together with family, something with other people involved, your squad, there really could be something here where you're on the verge, okay, of tying up loose ends and making things work out. But again, all it's saying is teamwork. It requires teamwork. Everyone has to see eye to eye. So be prepared for that. And if people aren't, you have to rise above. Someone's got to rise above. You're Libras. Y'all are the most diplomatic. It would be you. You got the Tower and the Sun. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. The Tower. By the way, and this is very interesting. The Tower is in your crown. So like I said, you may already be going through like some really big moments, subconscious, like let's unroot things from the subconscious. You have to kind of like consider it like a hard drive, right? And so all those little things on your screen, you want to just drag things that you don't need anymore, right? But the Tower is when something unexpected happens, you never saw coming, and it clears the slate. The Tower moment, it happens for you, not to you, all right? So when you look at your spread here, it does feel like there is something where let's spend some time up here connecting everything, mind, body, spirit, and really, really knowing that anything that's happening with partnerships and relationships, work or love, or even family stuff, let's break some things down and then build it back up. Yeah? It's almost like a phoenix rising from the ashes. There really may be something here with career when you look at your entire spread, but because the Tower attributed to Mars, right? You got the Sun. The Sun currently is in Pisces, and Mars is in Cancer. So your 10th house of career, your 6th house of work, there may be something here. Just letting you know. But when you look down your cross, yeah, there may be something here. There's something awakening with that Tower, all right? There's likely something, news that you hear, come out of nowhere, something happens to you, comes out of nowhere, and that's just like, whoa, right? But there is more of an awakening here. I mean, you've got these two suns, right? The Sun is optimism, it's opportunity, it's growth, it's all of that. You have the Sun in the root of your spread, you have the wisdom child. So beneath it all, there is a sense of freeness, the sense of freedom. Look at I'm going to show you something here. You see the wisdom child and Adam and Eve, right? So they're all naked. That truly represents like freeness, you feeling free. Like you have nothing to hide. You don't have to cover up. You have nothing to hide. You're being your authentic self, being able to express yourself. Okay. So I really, really like this. And that's why I like the Tower moment too for you. I think it's going to be helpful. There's going to be some things that it's like, okay, let's break this down. Like things that are holding you back. But this is really great. I mean, you got two suns here, and then you've got the Seven of Cups. So you're feeling good. But something up here, all right? And it can be that spiritual connection. It is a crown, right? That divine awareness. And so there really is a matter of, I think there's just some work happening up there. I'll even clarify it, but you do with that Seven of Cups in your future, Just know what you want, right? Know what you want. Because when you look across your cross, remember this is all about choice, right? The Magician, it's a card of action, and you choose to take action or not. Seven of Cups, he's choosing what he wants for his future, okay? And so a lot of choice here. And then the Tower, I was going to clarify it. All right. Yeah, and then you got the Eight of Pentacles. So you see how it's actually, there may be something here that you're just like, what is going on? Or your subconscious, something coming out with that healing energy, self-sabotage energy that I mentioned earlier. It also is, the 12th house is hidden enemies as well. So there could be something here where you, during the Venus retrograde process, you see someone actually maybe isn't as supportive as you thought they were, right? So keep that in mind. But now it's done. And now you can move forward. You got that Eight of Pentacles. You got a vision. You've got a purpose. You've got this drive to work toward everything that you deserve. That's really great. Okay. Seven of Cups. I'm going to clarify that one too. Seven of Cups. It's just saying know what you want. Okay. Mercury conjuncting Neptune is powerful. Remember I said have a foot on the ground. Oh yeah, you're going to be fine. It's trust your intuition, but use that Aries energy as very like bold. Okay. Like I said, bold, very assertive, but don't be like it's like, I don't even have to tell you not to be like overly assertive. Like y'all are like the balancers of the zodiac, but I mean, oh shoot, what just happened there? Well, now you got the Four of Swords, as well. So that's good. This is great. Just know what you want. Whatever you're manifesting, whatever you want for your future, you've got to feel it in your bones. And that's why this Venus retrograde is really good for you. All right. It's helping you identify that. The things that you truly desire. What did I say earlier? What makes your heart sing? Brings that strength in. It makes you a stronger person when you're going down the path that that you belong on. Yeah. All right. Strength. Really great. It's all about courage with that strength card. All right. It's really going within. It's that big heart energy. I love it. It's wonderful. Let's get to your stuff. You got a bit. This is big. This is really big. I feel like there are some big things happening for you and you're aware of it. And a lot of y'all are manifesting it. I mean, you do have the sun. The sun is the biggest yes in tarot. So it's almost like I'm not going to back down. I'm moving forward. I'm getting everything I want. Okay. Libra. Oh my gosh. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. This is a big partnership, relationship thing week for you. But again, there's still a lot of things, other things that are happening. And with the lunations as well. It's big. And trying not to lose my voice. Wow. Okay. You got a week. You got a week ahead of you. All right. Now, you got the Knight of Swords. Great. You're ready to go. I mean, you see all these themes coming up, like courage, boldness, all this Aries energy, like I mentioned before. But even with the Knight of Swords, he's not turning back. This is courage. Okay. This is someone who's going into the storm. He's not even going into the storm. He's using that sword. He's cutting up those clouds. Like this is like fearless energy. Okay. Use it. The only thing, again, he can be a little too impulsive, right? And Mercury in Aries, all about communication and thinking and logic, just like the sword suit. Mercury and Aries can be a little too. So just keep that in mind, all right? Because when you slow that down, you see the Four Swords here. This can be like soft. Now, yeah, the Four Swords in your external factors area, it is a Libra card. So it does look like you may just have like an overactive mind. Have that retreat, have that stillness of mind, have, a little bit of quiet so you can gather, your thoughts. I really love this coming with a strength card. It's really beautiful. The Four of Swords is also like a lot of just meditation, right? Meditation, aligning your chakras, but it really is just tuning out, like turn off the noise. Just, go to the park, sit in nature. You're going to be fine. You got the Nine of Cups. Amazing. It's the card of, the wish come true and total satisfaction. So keep going in that direction. Don't let anything stop you, but know what you want. And then lastly, you have the Four of Cups. And so we know the Four of Cups. Let me reiterate one thing. You're about to have one of the best career years that you've had in over a decade this year, okay? Once we get out of, because we're still, things don't really get cooking until like mid-month, end of month, April. So just keep that in mind. And I only say that because the Four of Cups in your final outcome, the Four of Cups is attributed to Moon in Cancer. And that, again, Cancer rules your 10th house of career. You've got Mars there. You've had Mars retrograde there. You've had big moments in career where it could have been not the way you planned or not the direction you're going. But remember, Mars is about to pick up a lot more speed. Okay? And then you've got some big stuff happening for you. So the Four of Cups, when the Four of Cups comes up, it's just more, be mindful of just holding on to that high frequency. Remember the law of attraction, right? Attract everything you want. You've got to be at that high frequency. And when I say high frequency, love, self-love, feeling inspired, enlightenment, super conscious love, like tap into those energies because he's, got his arms crossing over his heart. And it's the Hand of Spirit. Look, the Hand of Spirit right here, which only appears in the aces other than this card. So this card is pretty significant. And that cup is right in his face. He sees it. Yet his reaction is still, And so this card is known, associated with like boredom and apathy and not being, emotionally content and things like that. And you did get it in your final outcome, right? So again, a lot of this is going to depend on you taking inspired action, right? And this is also saying, remember, even with that Three of Pentacles here, if there's anything to adjust, it's working with others and seeing eye to eye with others with the Three of Pentacles in your challenge area. But everything else here, I don't mind. I think this is great. You just really have to know what you want. And that's how important it is. Because if you're putting all your energy into something that in the back of your head, because your 12th house is really activated, something in the back of your head saying, no, Libra, don't do, right? But you do it anyway. It may not, you weren't being your authentic self. I'm going to clarify that. Four Cups too. I got you, Libra. What just happened? You got the Eight of Cups. And so there you go. Once you recognize something that is not working, continue to raise your frequency. Continue to, even during, with all this Pisces energy, with Mercury conjuncting Neptune, pay attention to your dreams. They may be giving you messages. Pay attention to, your intuition, because you just got the Eight of Cups now. And the Eight of Cups, there is an eclipse happening here. All right. So it is a game-changing moment, but this is you setting yourself free. Okay. Remember, you're going to feel a lot of that. Moving to higher ground. All right. Nothing's wrong with the cups. He just knows something's better for him, but he feels it now. Okay. All that passion inside him. So it does look like there may be something here that actually leads to a big moment of epiphany for you. That's really great. Okay. That's very, very, very nice. Libra, what can I say? You've got options, you got choices. It is a week of action, taking inspired action. Okay. All right. And as you can see, a lot of partnership stuff here. All right. Now, next week, we'll talk about the eclipse. That's next week. And Mercury goes retrograde next week. You're going to be doing a lot of reassessing. But with Venus retrograde, again, that is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. This is a Venus card, all right? The 7 of Cups is actually Venus in Scorpio. It's a Scorpio card. Scorpio rules your 2nd house of self-worth, self-value, everything that Venus retrograde is asking you to do. So know what you want. That's going to empower you, okay? Libra Nation, you know I'm here for you. So next week, yeah, we already talked about it. So if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. This is big. This is big. There's a big shift happening here. And yes, with the second spread, we're going to talk about some of these lunations. We do have we've got Moon square Pluto, by the way. That's and the big thing for you, I already told, like, there's so much. We have a first quarter moon in Gemini. I really love that for you, Libra, but we'll talk more about Juno and what you can expect with the lunations this week. I'm just saying if there's anything else here that I need to let you know. You're good. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm going to let you go. Thanks so much, Libra. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.